Welcome back to Grammar Grade 10. This is Unit 1, Lesson 6, and today we meet a very different kind of verb. Last lesson, we worked with action verbs, the ones that show something happening. But plenty of sentences have a verb where nothing happens at all. Nobody runs, nobody throws, nobody builds. Instead, the verb quietly reaches across the sentence and ties the subject to a word that tells us what the subject is, or what it's like. That's a linking verb, and once you can spot one, a whole layer of English opens up. Let's get into it. So, what exactly does a linking verb do? Here's a sentence. The sky turned orange. Now, stop and notice something. Nothing in that sentence is actually happening. The sky isn't doing anything to anything else. The verb turned is simply reaching across the sentence, connecting the subject, the sky, to a word that tells us something about it, orange. That is the whole job. A linking verb links, or joins, the subject to a word that identifies the subject or describes it. Think of it as an equal sign sitting in the middle of the sentence. Sky equals orange. No motion, no doing, just a connection. Now let's name the word sitting on the other end of that link. Look at this one. Ms. Reyes is our librarian. The verb is joins Ms. Reyes to the word librarian, and librarian renames her. It tells us who she is. When the word after a linking verb is a noun that renames the subject, we call it a predicate noun. Now the second sentence. The hallway seemed endless. This time, the word endless doesn't rename the hallway at all. It describes the hallway. It tells us what the hallway was like. A word doing that job is a predicate adjective. So the pattern stays simple. If the word renames the subject, it's a predicate noun. If it describes the subject, it's a predicate adjective. The most common linking verbs by far are the forms of the verb be. You already know every one of them. Am, is, are, was, were. And also been and being, which show up with a helper, as in has been or will be. Whenever the verb in your sentence is one of these, you can be confident it is linking. Look at this. Those photographs are beautiful. The word are does absolutely nothing except connect photographs to beautiful. Nobody is acting on anybody. So that gives us one very reliable rule to carry around. If the verb is a form of be, it is a linking verb. But be isn't the only verb that links. A whole family of verbs can do the very same job. Some of them describe a state that holds steady or slowly shifts. Seem, appear, become, remain, and stay. Others come straight from the senses. Look, sound, taste, feel, and smell. And two more carry the idea of change. Grow, and turn. When one of these verbs sits between a subject and a word that renames or describes that subject, it is linking. But here is the catch, and honestly, it is the heart of this whole lesson. Many of these verbs can also be action verbs. It all depends on how the sentence puts them to work. So, how do you tell which job a verb is doing? Here is the test, and it is beautifully simple. Swap in a form of be, or the word seemed, and then ask whether the sentence still makes sense. Let's try it. The soup tasted salty. Swap tasted for was, and you get, the soup was salty. That still makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So tasted is linking here, and salty is describing the soup. Now watch what happens with the other one. She tasted the soup. Swap it the same way. She was the soup. That is pure nonsense. She is not the soup. She is doing something to the soup, tipping a spoon to her mouth. So this tasted is an action verb. That one little substitution settles it every single time. Let's run the test on one more verb, because seeing it twice is what makes it stick. Marcus grew restless in the waiting room. Does a form of be fit in there? Marcus was restless. Yes, that works beautifully. So grew is linking, and restless is a predicate adjective describing Marcus. But now look at this one. Marcus grew tomatoes in the back garden. Try the swap. Marcus was tomatoes? Certainly not. Here, grew means raised, and Marcus is doing something to those tomatoes. So this grew is an action verb. Same 4 letters, 2 completely different jobs. And the only way to know which one you have is to test the sentence, not the word. Let's boil the whole lesson down into a check you can run in about 3 seconds. Step 1. Find the verb in the sentence. Step 2. Swap in was, were, or seemed in its place. Step 3. Read the sentence back to yourself. If the sentence still makes sense, the verb is linking, and the word right after it either renames the subject or describes it. But if the sentence falls apart, if it turns into nonsense, then your verb is showing action instead. That's the entire lesson in 3 steps. Shall we try a few together? In this first set, I'll read you a sentence and you decide whether the verb is linking or showing action. Run the substitution test in your head. Slip in a form of be and see whether the sentence holds up. Pause the video and choose before I reveal each answer. The lighthouse looked ancient. Find the verb first. Looked. Now swap in a form of be. The lighthouse was ancient. That makes perfect sense, and the word ancient is describing the lighthouse. So looked here is a linking verb. She looked through the telescope. Same verb as before, looked, but try the swap. She was through the telescope? That is nonsense. She is doing something here, aiming her eyes down the lens. So this looked is an action verb. The fresh bread smells wonderful. Swap in a form of be. The fresh bread is wonderful. It holds up nicely, and wonderful is describing the bread rather than receiving any action. So smells is a linking verb here. Every sentence in this second set already has a linking verb in it. Your job is to look at the word on the other end of the link and decide, does it rename the subject, which makes it a predicate noun, or does it describe the subject, which makes it a predicate adjective? Pause and try each one before I answer. Amara is the captain of the debate team. The linking verb is, and the word it connects to is captain. So ask the question, does captain rename Amara or describe her? It renames her. It tells us exactly who she is. So captain is a predicate noun. The empty auditorium felt enormous. The linking verb is felt, and the word after it is enormous. Does enormous rename the auditorium or describe it? It describes it. It tells us what the room was like to stand in. So enormous is a predicate adjective. That old barn became a bakery. The linking verb is became, and the word it links to is bakery. Bakery is a noun, and it renames the barn. It tells us what that barn now is. So bakery is a predicate noun. Let's gather it all up. A linking verb doesn't show action at all. It joins the subject to a word that renames it or describes it. And the most common linking verbs are the forms of be: am, is, are, was, and were. The word on the other end of that link has a name too. It is a predicate noun when it renames the subject, and a predicate adjective when it describes the subject. And verbs like look, taste, feel, grow, and turn can go either way. So run the substitution test. Slip in a form of be, And if the sentence still makes sense, your verb is linking. That is Lesson 6 of Grammar Grade 10. Done. Next time, we'll look at verb phrases, where the main verb picks up a helper or two. I'll see you there.